Hello, my name is Nancy and I am the Business Support Coordinator here at Eurobase People. We are back again with another episode for the eur-hired podcast, and I am joined today by our Sales Director, Steve. Hello, Steve. How are you today?
I'm good, Nancy. Thank you for asking, and thanks for the introduction. So my name is Steve Oakley. I'm the IT Recruitment Sales Director, and I've just joined Eurobase People back in April. So yeah, super excited. Really happy to be here, and really excited about what we're going to do moving forward.
Great. So you're coming up to 6 weeks now.
Yes.
So how's it all going so far?
Yeah, really good. I've enjoyed my first 6 weeks. There's been a lot to do, but it's been a really good start. Been made to feel very welcome by everyone, from this kind of senior C-suite and the owner John, to even the cleaners. Everyone's really, really nice here, and I've really noticed that actually. So it's a really good family feel. And what I would say is one of the reasons why I joined is because I believe there's a lot of synergy between the management team. I know that's a bit of a kind of cliche buzzword, but I do believe that particularly on the 360 side where I work, we're all on the same page and we all kind of share the same vision, and also our views on recruitment on kind of what good looks like and best practice. So yeah, it's been a really, really good start so far. Good.
And what about the sort of team and culture here? What are your sort of first impressions of everyone?
It's good. It's really good, actually. I've enjoyed meeting everyone. Everyone's made me feel very welcome, as I said. The team, there's a good blend of youth and experience. There's a couple of rookies in there, but also some few senior heads. So it's really interesting to see how they all get along, and they do like each other, and it's a fun environment. It's a competitive environment, which is what I love. And yeah, there's a lot of potential in the team, I think.
Good. Yeah, definitely some exciting stuff in and around the team. So yeah, if you had to sum up your sort of first 6 weeks here in just 3 words, what would they be?
I would say exciting. I think potential, and fun. It's been fun.
Yeah, nice. Great. And you've obviously had some great experience sort of in the industry beforehand, before joining us. So how does this role compare to other roles that you've had in the past?
Yeah, so obviously I've been in the industry for 26 years now. It's a long time. I've had a very similar role before, actually, which was probably where I enjoyed myself the most, where I went in and built a team that was from scratch. What I would say is that it's a similar opportunity here, but much bigger. The team here at Eurobase is already like kind of 6 people. The business is a lot more mature in its life cycle, I believe, and we're very financially stable. So it's kind of everything set up, for success. We've got all the latest tech, we've got all the latest equipment. We've migrated across to, the latest version of Bullhorn, all bells and whistles. So yeah, it's a really interesting role. I think, as I said, there's huge room for growth. The role offers me a really good opportunity to not only get involved in the strategic work, so working on what we're going to look like in the Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Also, there's a 5-year plan in the business as well, but it allows me to be kind of hands-on day to day as well, which is what I really love. And I think kind of having that capacity to be a coach and a mentor, that's really what I love to do. So it's a really nice blend for me, I think.
Yeah, great. So you've obviously come on board at a really exciting time for us. So especially with the launch of our new academy just around the corner. So
yes,
what are you most excited about when it comes to the academy?
This is probably the thing I'm most excited about in the business, full stop. I think it's, as I said, there's so much opportunity here across the different markets that we do, so which is UK, Norway, and Germany. And we could easily drop, multiple numbers into that team because of the amount of potential that we've got. But I think getting this right will really impact the business, bringing in some real kind of super talented kids that are, money hungry and driven and competitive, and kind of setting them up for success, so getting the content right, getting their kind of first 30 to 90 days right, you know, getting them on the phone, getting them working hard. I think it's going to be really exciting just for them, because they can earn a lot of money quickly, but also for the business, it's going to be really fun bringing some new blood into the team and onto the floor, create a lot of energy and give us a real kind of momentum boost, you know. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of work. Once we've kind of got the MO right, we can kind of replicate that, and I can really see us doing at least probably once a quarter.
Yeah, brilliant. And yeah, why sort of now? Why do you think now's the right time to kind of launch an academy at Eurobase People?
I think we're set up for it. I think we have the capacity to bring in people. I think we've got good seniors in the team that can, you know, they can buddy up with and learn day to day. You know, this is a role that, whilst there's a lot of classroom theory, there really is a need for practical work, kind of as soon as possible. And the best way to learn is, you know, by copying and replicating what the seniors are doing day to day. So I think, yeah, as I said, we've got the bandwidth to be able to bring in the amount of heads and kind of not leave them on their own. We've got the content that we're putting together at the minute. And I think we've got the markets as well. As I said, we're kind of across 3 countries, so there's, you know, there's ample enough room for everyone to make a lot of money, and it's needed. You know, we do need to grow. We are growing. That's an absolutely key objective for Eurobase. So, you know, bringing in 4 to 6 every intake, it's a fantastic way to grow the business, and it's you know, really great to give kind of people their first break into the recruitment world and set them up for success.
Yeah, great. And what kind of people do you think are really gonna thrive in this environment?
It's a really good question, actually, because I've worked with lots of different people, people that are way, you know, brighter than me, you know, doctors and qualified lawyers that have come into recruitment and thought it would be kind of an easy way to make money, and it's not. But I tend to find that people that are obviously, you have to be driven and ambitious, and, you know, I still think, you know, money is a key motivator for people in this industry. Obviously, health and well-being comes into it, certainly, these days, a lot more than it probably used to. But always people that are competitive, always people that are super resilient. You know, you get a lot of rejections in this business, and you need to be able to handle that and deal with that. People that have street smarts, you know, can think on their feet, can handle conversations, you know, that are confident, because there's kind of a lot of negotiation, a lot of, you know, persuasive skills on show. People that listen. You've got to be able to listen in recruitment. I don't mean just from a client perspective, but you need to be able to listen in order to learn. And I suppose a real kind of positive attitude, a can-do attitude. You know, this is a real, what you put in is what you get out role. You know, you could do recruitment 24/7, 365. There's always another call to make. There's always another candidate you can speak to. There's always another lead you could chase. So having a real positive outlook and a kind of real can-do, work hard attitude is other people that are successful in this industry.
Yeah. Perfect. Cool. Without giving too much away, can you give us a little tease to kind of what the training or structure might look like?
Yeah, so there'll be a day, like an interview day for the potential intake, and that will be a blend of you know, tasks, competency-based tasks, leadership tasks, you know, cognitive thinking, so on and so forth. And then once we've got down to the kind of 3 or 4 that we want to bring in, the training will be a blend of practical experience and classroom theory. I really do believe that, particularly in this job, once you've kind of done a bit of theory in the classroom, you need to get out and kind of either get on the phone or role play it, or, you know, workshop it. And what I want to avoid is, you know, just 2 weeks of a huge information dump. And then you kind of go and then be a recruiter. It doesn't work like that, because you know, in any role you probably only remember the last couple of sessions that you've been involved with, and I don't want to just, you know, give everyone a big file and then say, you know, go and be a recruiter, because that file just goes in the desk and never gets read again. So it's all the kind of theory and then the practical stuff and the role plays with the seniors and whoever else you're buddying up with is designed to build confidence, to give them the information and the tools to succeed, basically. So when you go out there, ultimately you feel competent, and you kind of know the art and craft of recruitment.
Yeah, nice. And what's the bigger picture for the academy? Where do you sort of want to take this in the next year or two?
Well, I think this is the lifeblood of the business. Get this academy right, and we've got, as I said, the room to grow. We've got a whole floor upstairs that is all kitted out, waiting for people to come on board. So we could easily take on 30, 40 people over the next 2 to 3 years, and that really wouldn't make a dent in kind of our ambition. So the bigger picture is this is absolutely key to our success. It's absolutely vital that we bring in, the right people with the right attitude, and getting this right and launching it in a month or two is going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to really drive on the business. It's going to, as I said, give an injection to the floor, and it's going to be fun, and it's going to be really competitive. So I can't wait.
Yeah, it's really exciting. Okay, so what would the first year look like for someone who is enrolled on the academy in terms of earning potential and things like that?
Yeah, good question. So they would be in the academy for 30 to 90 days, but obviously as you progress to those 90 days, you will be doing some practical work. So by that point, you're working on live jobs, you're working with live candidates, and you're kind of, earning hopefully straight off the bat. The potential to earn for anyone in recruitment is, how quick you can take things on. We're not in a position to ever stop someone from earning. So, if it clicks straight away and, you're pulling jobs, you're speaking to candidates, you can make placements, fair play. We're not going to say you need to get to this mark in order to be, a successful recruiter. If you can do that a lot quicker, then it's beneficial to everyone. So the earning potential is there straight away. I would say a good academy graduate would expect to earn between 40 and 50k in their first year.
Great.
So decent wages. We've got an uncapped commission structure, so if you're exceptional, you can expect to earn more than that. And then you've got your traditional recruitment kind of incentives and competitions. We run lunch clubs, so we've been to places like the Ivy and Gaucho. We do annual trips away. So we've been to Mallorca and, on the Costas. We've been to Dublin as well, for a short weekend. And then we'll also have, regular team nights out. If you check our LinkedIn, we went to the races a couple of weeks ago, which is cool. But we'll do, Boom Battle Bar and, Gravity Max and Bat and Ball, stuff like that, as well as our internal things like, pool comps and incentives that are on the board for winning your Amazon vouchers and so on and so forth. So, overall, if you were to join Eurobase, you can, earn a lot of money. It's uncapped, and you can have a lot of fun going out to lunch clubs as well. So it's pretty cool.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day today, Steve, to sit down with me and talk a little bit about life at Eurobase People and the exciting future plans for the academy. It's been great hearing your thoughts, and I know everyone, especially me, is really excited to see the academy take shape.
Absolutely. Yeah, can't wait. It's going to be brilliant. And watch this space, because the company's about to explode, I reckon.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
Thank you very much. Cheers, Nancy. Bye-bye.